Very simple three-step process for network marketers to overcome any objection. And if we haven't met, my name is Edita. I'm from VIE now. I'm a network marketer like you. I love network marketing, but I hate prospecting, and that was a big issue for me. I didn't want to approach strangers with my stuff. It felt awkward. I didn't want to cold message. I didn't like chasing people. I didn't like asking people to look at my stuff in general. So I was struggling, and then I found a way to get my ideal prospects to come to me instead, and that's what I talk about at VIE now. And today, and by the way, if you would like to discover how to recruit new team members without having to prospect, chase, and feel awkward, grab my three-step formula at viesnow.com/3 steps. I have the link in the description of this video. And today I'm going to talk about objections again, because it's a very important thing for us network marketers. We all face objections. We all hate them. We all hate dealing with them. And first of all, we don't want to face them. But the thing is that sometimes it's just a matter of certain skills that are not complicated at all. It's just a matter of knowing certain ways to overcome objections. And today I want to give you a three-step process how to overcome basically any objection that you might encounter. And well, just first of all, just know that there will always be objections of some sort, but if you know how to react to them, what you should be saying, everything becomes much easier. So the three-step process that I'm gonna give you now is very simple, and the first step is to confirm the objection. And what it means is that when somebody gives you an objection, I talked in one of the previous videos that most objections are not real. Most objections are more like excuses, and usually the reason behind the objection is something completely different, but people either don't want to talk about it, or whatever the case, or they just give you the easiest thing they can think of at that point of time. But so the first step is to confirm the objection. So you can say something like, okay, so for example, your prospect says, I don't have the money. So you say something like that. Well, oh, okay, I completely understand. Well, there's an important thing though, to kind of approach everything with empathy. Empathize with your prospect, understand they have their own situation. So in this first step, as part of this first step, you want to confirm the objection and say, well, look, John, I understand a lot of people have issues, with money, and I know that I approach you without a notice or whatever, is the case for you specifically, but let me just confirm with you. Is it really that you don't have the money, or you just think that this is not for you? And either way is okay, right? If it's not for you, that's fine. Okay, so if John says, okay, honestly, I don't think this is gonna work for me, but and so on, and you just say, well, thanks for being honest, and that's totally fine. And it was nice to meet you and talk to you, and maybe I'd like to stay friends, to maintain the relationship, and let's see what happens in future. And if you need anything from me, just let me know. And if John says though that, well, you know what, actually I really don't have the money, I'm in this situation and whatever, then you move to your second step, and the second step is confirm the desire. So what that means is that when John says and confirms that he doesn't have the money, you say, okay, John, but and I get it, and you empathize with him, right? And you say, I get it. I hear this all the time. A lot of people tell that to me, and just let me know, do you really want this? You know, because you still need to, you know, John might have said that, you know, he really didn't have the money again for whatever reason again. So you just want to confirm that he really wants this opportunity or these products or whatever you are selling. So John, well, I get it. I know it's tough times and everyone has their own situation. Just let me know. Just let me understand if I can help you, you know. So do you really want this? You know, because if it's just the money, I might be able to help you, you know. Do you really want this? And then if John says, well, actually, you know, I thought about it for a sec, and I think it's really not for me. So again, there is nothing you can do. If John confirms that this is not for him, there's nothing you can do. And you can just say the same thing as part of the step 1 where you said, you know, look, that's totally fine. I completely understand. Of course, this is not for everyone. And if you really think it's not for you, you know, again, let me know any point of time. If you need any help, if you change your mind or whatever, you know where to find me, and it's fine. But if John says that it's really like, you know, he confirms that he wants this, but he really doesn't have the money, you can say, well, okay, let me help you. Let me see what we can do in terms of the money. Because honestly, this is not the kind of money that, you know, requires a lot of, you know, it's not a big money. It's not a big investment. And let me see. And I totally understand it, and I used to think like that myself, and I heard this from so many people. But let me help you, you know, to see. Let's see if we can solve this together, and you can. One of the typical ways, really, to overcome the specific money objection, and I don't want to move into this, you know, specific. There can be very different objections, but let's say if it's the money objection, you can say something like that. Well, look, if I told you now that I have a Ferrari in my garage, and I can sell it to you for 1,000 bucks. You know, if you tomorrow, would you be able to come up with that money? Is there something? And you know, I mean, because the point is that when people give objections, it's usually not the objection is the real reason. It's usually something else, and money objection is never the real objection. So there are different ways to overcome that, and I'm only giving you just one example just because I was using this specific situation, you know, for the sake of this video. So you can say, and John, you know, I mean, if you can get a Ferrari for 1,000 bucks, it'd be silly not to at least try to get the money to get that 1,000, right? If you know that you're gonna get, and I don't know what the price of Ferrari could be, you know, 200K or whatever, I don't know personally, but it would be silly. How many people would do anything to, you know, to source 1,000 if they knew for sure that, you know, that they would get Ferrari tomorrow? It's the same with any opportunity, because any opportunity can create a lot, you know, big income. So it's just a matter of believing that it's gonna work out. So you can show them that you can help them. So if you can say to John, you know, look, if this is just a hypothetical example, but imagine, John, if I told you you can have my Ferrari that I have in the garage tomorrow, for 1,000 euro, would you be able to, maybe there's something you can sell, maybe there's somebody you can borrow the money from, maybe you have that kind of amount, you know, already, if you think well about it, and I'll show you how to get it back and more and multiply it, you know. So this is just one of the examples, but just to recap on the process itself. So the step one is confirm the objection. So basically you want to make sure, you want to know if what they said is really the valid objection. The second step is confirm the desire. So double check again if they really want what you are offering them, and if they don't, if they tell you that they don't, just let them go. And the third thing is then really becoming a consultant for them, helping them to kind of understand that this is safe, that you are going to help them. And basically you need to start, at this point you need to start talking about what they want rather than what you want. You need to show them that you are looking to help them. You can actually say that to them, you know, I can help you, you know, let's work through this together. So become a consultant. So confirm the objection, confirm the desire, and become a consultant. And this process works pretty much on any objection at least I can think of. And I hope it was useful for you. Try and use it next time you're talking to your prospects and getting objections. And let me know in the comments if this is useful, or if you have another great way to overcome objections. And thanks very much for watching. Have a nice day. And by the way, grab my 3-step formula to recruit new team members without having to prospect and chase and feel awkward at viesnow.com/3 steps. Thanks again. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye now.